Good morning, Kat with Standing Stone Kennels. It's a little bit rainy out today, so what better time than now to shoot a live video with Rogue. Even though she's not here with me right now, Ethan's holding on to her because she's a little bit squirmy, which is great. She's going to be ready for a training session, but it makes it hard for me to hold on to her and explain what's going on. So something that's really important for people to start developing young is a natural retrieve. So what we're going to do today is show you how we start that natural retrieving process. Now the retrieve is kind of twofold. You need a puppy that wants to go out, chase down, pick something up, but then we want a puppy that comes back to us as well. We've been working on that recall with the target here, clicker, giving her a treat. And in this training session, we're not going to incorporate treats as her reward because I don't want her to get into a habit of running out, picking something up, and then coming back to me and dropping her retrieve to get that reward. Instead, we're going to use tug of war as her reward. Now, tug of war can be a kind of controversial topic, especially with hunting dogs. You don't want your dog fighting you for birds and things like that. But we feel that tug of war can build a very natural hold with your puppy and your dog, as well as creates a teamwork and game that your puppy's going to want to continue to play. So they run out and pick something up, they bring it back to you because they want that game to continue, that tug of war game that we're going to show you. So another important thing to keep in mind when you're choosing your retrieving toy, so whichever toy you pick, you want it to be only used when you do these retrieving sessions. That keeps that object exciting, as well as it doesn't allow your puppy to get naughty habits of taking that retrieving toy, running out and laying down and chewing on it. That is not a retrieve. So a couple of objects that we like to use is toys without squeakers, because squeaky toys squeak and birds squeak. And your dog and your puppy is going to start conditioning themselves to squeaking that squeaky toy, and then they're going to start squeaking that bird and mouthing that bird, and that makes for a sloppy retrieve, a hard-mouthed retrieve. So this toy here, it's crinkly. It's got some crinkly in it, no squeaker, and then a rope that runs through it. And then this is another good object. If your puppy isn't super excited about a bumper, you can maybe try and use a rope toy. But a bumper with a string like this that your puppy can get a hold of is also a really great retrieving tool. So we are going to show you how we do some of that with Rogue. We've got a little hallway aisle set up, which is also important when you're doing your retrieving sessions, to have your puppy can go straight out and straight back. So again, we're going to be conditioning that when your puppy goes out and picks up a retrieve, their only choice and option is to come back to you, which is the second part of that retrieve and a very important part. So Ethan, if you want to go ahead and set Rogue down, we're going to start this process with her. Getting her excited about the object that we're going to start with. Yeah. Let her get a hold of it and tug on it a little bit. Good girl. And then I'm just going to take it from her, open her mouth up, let her see it, toss it down, let her go get it. Good girl, Rogue. Good girl, Rogue. She brings it back. I just grab a hold of that toy and play a little tug with her so that it's a fun game. Am I still in here? Okay, good. Yeah, this is a fun game. Such a fun game. You can kind of swing her around into that side position, love on her, tell her she's doing a good job. Then again, take that toy from her, get her excited, toss it down, let her go get it. Good girl. Good girl, Rogue. She comes back. I kind of snag her on the way by. She doesn't want to let go of this toy because it's a fun game. So we can play some tug. Yes, yes. Such a good puppy. Love on her for it. Then I'm going to take it again. Get her excited. Get her excited. Toss another one. Atta girl. Good puppy. Good. Good job. Just playing some tug with her. I don't immediately want to take the object that she just worked hard for away from her. We want to continue and play this game. Atta girl. So she's going to want to come back and play with me. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm going to take this one and switch her for the bumper and show you how you can do that with a bumper too. Atta girl. Getting her excited, giving it a toss. Atta girl, Rogue. Good puppy. Good. So again, I'm just grabbing onto that object as she goes by. She didn't have quite as good a grip on this one as she does on the softer toy. So I'm not tugging quite as hard. I don't want to tug it out of her mouth necessarily. There you go. Just giving it back to her so we can play a little tug. So this object's not working as well for her because I'm able to tug it out of her mouth. Good girl. It's a bigger object, but we can still play some retrieves with it. Good girl. Good girl. Atta girl. Good, Rogue. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good. There. She's getting a better grip on it this time. Atta girl. Good. We can just praise her and tell her what a good job she did. Get it from her again. Give her one more good retrieve because she's still really excited about the game. She's doing a great job. Atta girl, Rogue. Good. Snag her on the way by again. Atta girl. Atta girl. Good. Good. Let her grab on it. Good girl. Grab onto it. Not my hand. Not my hand. Just the bumper. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Then I'm going to take the bumper, but I'm going to get her really excited. Really excited. We're going to do another one, huh? And then we're going to put it away. One mistake. Am I still on the screen? Okay. One mistake that we do see some pet owners do when they have a new puppy or even an older puppy and they're working on this retrieving is they overdo it. You see, I only did a handful of retrieves with her and called it quits. Again, we want to keep the training session short while she's still focused and excited about this game. We don't want her to get bored with the retrieves and decide, hey, I'd rather just run down there and chew on this, or I'd rather not run down there at all. We want to keep the game fun and exciting, and we also want to keep it on our terms, where she's still willing to go down there and retrieve it as many times as we ask. And we're just asking for a few at the first few sessions. You can continue to build on that retrieving by throwing an extra one. But if you start to see her getting less excited or losing focus, you want to cut that back. Another thing to keep in mind is you don't have to retrieve every single day. It's like any training session. If you overdo it, your puppy's going to get bored and it's not going to be a challenge for them anymore. So we're going to continue working on Rogue's retrieving. Once she is collar conditioned to recall, which will be in another session, we're going to be able to move this retrieving into not quite as a direct enclosed area, and you can see how we can work through that retrieving. So thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll be back soon.